Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and I also wanted to give a great big welcome to my new subscribers. I hope you enjoy my videos and I hope I don't disappoint. So for today's video, we are going to jump right into it and we're going to talk about the difference between a sick dragon and all the characteristics that help you tell what a sick dragon looks like, and also all the extra characteristics that I couldn't fit in categories of sick, happy, or upset. So let's get right into it. So for a sick dragon, the first thing you want to do is look at any inconsistencies in your happy dragon. You want to look at things like the tail, you want to look at their mouth, their scales, make sure it's not dark, look at their beards, their eyes, their weight. You want to make sure they don't have any energy change, and you also want to make sure that you look at their poo, because a lot of the times, or at least I was told by a veterinarian, that if they have really stinky poo, then it is usually pinworms or some other type of worms like Caucadia that's close to it. So you always want to make sure you look at those things. You also want to make sure that they don't have sunken in eyes or their slobber isn't stringy. Because if their slobber is stringy, for example, say you give them a syringe of water or you're feeding them and then you see like their slobber becomes stringy, that means your dragon is dehydrated, along with the sunken in eyes. However, the sunken in eyes also could mean that they have something more severe, like worms that are sucking out all of that hydration. So you really want to be sure that you pay attention. With their tail and their beards, a lot of the times bearded dragons, when they're sick, the first signs that you see when it's like really bad and you need to get them there is the ends of their tails right here will become black, and also their beards will become black as well. So you want to be sure you watch out for that. However, that can mean that they are sick, or that can just mean that they are hurt. For example, one of the other dragons that I had, she had fallen off of one of our beds before, and instantly her tail and everything turned black. She was fine. Within a day or two, she just was upset and hurt. So we just had to be real gentle with her. So it doesn't always mean that they are sick. It could mean that they are just hurt. If you don't have any idea though, I would recommend that you go to a vet right away, because you don't want to take any risks. Because one thing with bearded dragon illness is these cute little babies. Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is that these cute little babies, they become sick very easily, and when they do become sick, it moves very quickly. So you have to act right away. I cannot stress that enough. However, I do also want to mention that one thing that is unfortunate about having a bearded dragon is that it is considered an exotic animal, so they need a specialist when it comes to that. So you can take them to an ER, say like on a Saturday or Sunday when a place isn't open, like a specialist isn't open. But sometimes they're not always going to have the answers, and that is something you're going to have to brace yourself for, and that's something that I had to brace myself for one of our dragons. You just have to act quickly. Other things you want to watch out for is if they have any changes in eating or drinking water or anything like that, because it won't always mean that they're sick, but it can be the first sign of something bigger than you think it is at first. So if that happens, I would just keep watch. Really take a look at them, and if you are concerned enough, I would take them to a vet. Alrighty you guys, so now let's move on to all the other extra characteristics that these little cute chunk babies do. So the first thing that they do is something called gaping. Since these sweet little babies cannot sweat, they need to regulate their heat. So what they do is they open their mouths. However, there are a couple stages of this. Sometimes they start out low, like a little bit like this, but however, that can also mean that they're just comfy. This one is really big on that. Like, she'll open her mouth just a little bit when she's comfy all the time. So basically, the hotter they get with the gaping, the wider they open their mouths. And then eventually they will move over to the cool side because they get too hot, just like you and I. The next characteristic is something that is called arm waving. This is what bearded dragons do when they are trying to submit to another dragon. So basically what they do is when they feel threatened, or when a dragon has sometimes been aggressive to them enough, they will start waving their arms like this, real slow like. I'm sure we've all seen those cute little videos where they're just like waving real cute like, or the cute little babies. but that's actually a submission sign. When the dragons are mating, the female will usually do that as a sign that she's ready. All right, chunk belly. Oh my goodness, are you adventuring? Do you want to adventure, sweet baby? Something else that you want to watch out for is the slowed energy in the winter. Now that is something that might scare some Beardie owners, some new Beardie owners, but do not worry, it is completely normal. All that means is that your baby is probably ready to go into brumation. And brumation is basically their form of hibernation. I will talk all about brumation in another video later on. Another characteristic that these little chunk babies do is something that is called eye bulging. Now this is real fun to look at. I unfortunately do not have a picture of my babies doing this because like they do it super quickly and I've never been able to get my camera out in time. Basically when they do this, they are trying to loosen the skin around their eyes because they are about to shed their face. The very last characteristic for right now that I have to show you is something that is also called butt pursing, or at least what I call butt pursing. This is something that you want to watch out for because your dragon will start to do this when they have to poo. You always want to watch out for that because our little babies are not potty trained. You can potty train them. I have not done that. So basically what they'll do is they'll stop. They'll sometimes make a little face too that you just know they're about to poo all over something. Alrighty you guys, that is all for this week, and until next time I will see you guys next week, and from my family to yours, have a good week.